And in the locker room, each guy has been going over a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Young. To the middle, here's Capella. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Here's VanVleet. Pass to Ibaka. It's stolen by Capella. And now here comes Young leading the break. Lays it up off the glass.
You know, you see Young's eyes light up when the break is on. Solid at scoring in transition.
And it's good, 2 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Great positioning on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here is Lowry. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Ibaka drawing the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Anunoby.
And really, this is the role of Capella. To come out, play that strong defense, and alter as many shots as possible.
Hawks passing it around. Again, Young missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the shot is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Young against VanVleet. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Young dishes to Capella. Pass to Hunter. Over to the left wing. And here is Capella. In the corner. Herter with it. Young for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 5. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Now here's VanVleet after Clint Capella's miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And there's the pass to Hunter. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
The drive by Lowry. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. but there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
And that one, good.
Well, nice finish from that point. Kyle Lowry's got a ton of ways to score once he gets into that painted area.
Reddish the pass to Jones. It's stolen by Davis. Now the Raptors moving it up. He feeds it to Powell. Davis looking for an opening. Back to Hollis Jefferson. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones kicks to Reddish. Embry the pass to Dedmon. Here's Reddish. Now Jones is guarded by Davis. Pass to Dedmon. Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got 6 points.
Well, if you give him a window of opportunity, Kyle Lowry will attack the basket. He's not going to pass up that chance.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, we've got Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Marc Gasol is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Terrence Davis, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Here's Boucher, rejected by Jones. Teague against Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
Toronto trailing. Pass to Boucher. It doesn't go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And the shot goes down.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Now here's Davis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Boucher. And Jones pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 3. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Siakam is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Then for the Hawks, Collins checked in for Jones. DeAndre Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Teague. Now, here is Young. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Fernando, and it's blocked. They get it back to the inside. Goes up again, and it's good on the way in. Fernando's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Outside for Gasol. Toronto working the ball around now. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. In the corner, Powell with it to end the run. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Tries from 16, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now a 12-point Hawks lead.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Back to Siakam. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Siakam's got 6.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
Back to Young. A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Van Vliet finds Ibaka. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Van Vliet with the bucket. He's got 6.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on an 18-4 run right now. There's the pass to Young. Right wing to the paint. Here's Capella. Out to the wing. Passes to Herter. Young with the ball. Guarded by Powell. For the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 6. Inside, Ibaka. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And to me, it's never easy trying to guard Serge Ibaka. This guy is such a powerful player who is not afraid to mix it up.
Young from outside. Not going to go that time, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Anunoby, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Siakam, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Norman Powell. Here's Bembry. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones kicks to Dedmon. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
Pass to Bembry. It's stolen by Ibaka. It's stolen by Jones. And the first half is now in the books. Hawks on top, up by 11. And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 16 points, and the first few years of Trae Young's career have been... And that's a...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Young and Herter make up the backline. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center position. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more
on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Ibaka, and Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Young way outside. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Anunoby. Here's Lowry. And the layup is good. Lowry's got 8.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Young taking his time here. Back to Herter. Young against Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket. 10 points for him.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Siakam finds Anunoby. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, what you know is OG Anunoby has certainly seen a lot of the world. This young man, born in London, moved to Missouri as a young man, goes to Indiana University, and then gets drafted by Toronto. That's country to country, folks.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Davis, the pass to Gasol. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for Toronto. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Teague is checked in for Atlanta. Reddish's shot is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Powell. It's tipped. Now Reddish. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Fernando can't get it to go.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
So for the Hawks, Wayne Dedmon comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Jones subbed in for Clint Capella. It's stolen by T. Jones looking for an opening. Down low. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish.
Boy, that big body, those long arms, so hard to keep Marc Gasol off the glass.
Bembry kicks to T. Right side Jones. He's looking for Dedmon and finds him.
Clearly a foul.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The free throw drops for Dedmon. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
T kicks to Reddish. T dishes to Jones. Shot clock at 6. And there's the feed to Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Reddish the pass to Dedmon. 11 feet away. The putback. It's good on the putback.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boucher kicks to Powell. Shot's good by Boucher.
Sees his man has the angle on the interior and drops a dime right there.
Teague the pass to Jones. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Dedmon throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Davis, and it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Boucher. Over Jones. Wow, way off on that one.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in its center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Basket counts.
Well, you love Serge Ibaka's shot selection, especially inside where he's so efficient.
Herter passes to Dedmon. Over to the wing. Stolen by VanVleet. They're running. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Young passes to Dedmon. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Knocks down the 10-footer. Raptors trail by 10. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. Young with the steal. Hunter kicks to Young. The pass to Hunter. Feeds it to Dedmon. Here's Collins, and he makes good on the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Here's VanVleet. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Passes it to Herter. Back to Young for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Atlanta making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
What's remarkable here is Fred VanVleet has evolved into such an excellent floor general. This guy has done a tremendous job becoming a legitimate threat as a shooter, a legitimate threat as a passer, and we know unequivocally he is unafraid on the game's biggest stage.
Pass to Hunter. Young in the corner. Three-pointer. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Herter's got his first points in this one.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Hawks on D. At one point, they led by 16.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
Young outside. Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Toronto. Young against Lowry. From deep. Rebound by the Raptors.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Now, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
And stolen by Siakam. Ahead, here's Van Vliet. Finished off the break.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Atlanta.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Clint Capella.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Young. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's blocked.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use, Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
And here's Young. Collins with it. And so it's Atlanta with the W. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Atlanta. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. D.A. Jake.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Barton in at the 3. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. And it's Young in at the point. Capella, high post. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Murray. To the wing right side. Barton finds Murray. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, no good. Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Takes a 3. And no good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Harris after the made shot from John Collins. Barton surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. Jokic inside. Capella covering. Doesn't go for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, he was born in Switzerland, guys. Clint Capella's had quite the journey to NBA stardom. I mean, started his pro career in France, and he was a late first-round pick in 2014.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Hawks with a quick start to this game. Young with no one around. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. And Collins is right there.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Barton. Jokic passes to Barton. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Pass to Capella. Fires it up. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
But, you know, the closer Capella is to the rim, the more effective he becomes, in my opinion, in part because of his size and nice touch.
Murray outside. Jokic draws the double. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Millsap trying to get open, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
Boy, I have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
The pass to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. A minute 20 left to play in the first. To the middle, Jokic with the steal. Murray with it, and guarded by Capella. Millsap misses. Atlanta leading by 5. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Now here's Murray. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Outstanding quickness in the open floor from Harris. Gary's so good at getting to the right area of the court.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Collins against Barton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Young. Porter in the corner. Here's Plumley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Here's Morris. Here's Daniels. Here's Plumley, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus.
And so it's John Collins making highlights for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Porter. Grant is out there with Plumley. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Denver with the ball. It's a 5-point game. On the wing, Porter. Back to Morris. Over Dedmon. Morris, no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
T kicks to Bembry. Left side, Jones. Dishes to Dedmon. Over Plumley. Dedmon's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Plumley.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
On the basket by Jones.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Plumley kicks to Craig. No good on the 3. The Hawks leading by 7. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Reddish. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Clock at 6. Outside Teague. The Hawks need to get off a shot here.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here. H. Diop's checked in. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Dedmon passes to Reddish. And here's Jones. Kicks it to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Dedmon. It's tipped. Here's Bembry. Outside Teague. Over Morris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. They trail by 9 points. Pulls it from the elbow. And again, Denver no good. Atlanta shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Herter passes to Young. Back to Herter. And Young kicks to Hunter. Passes it to Fernando. Young against Plumley. The Nuggets trail by 9. It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Young against Morris.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And here's Young from the arc. It's good from long range. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Now Jokic defended by Young. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Out left to the wing. Young for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Back to Jokic. Good on the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Jokic.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Herter passes to Hunter. Here's Fernando. Millsap covering. Takes the 3. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was all John Collins in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Inside, and Young kicks to Capella. Herter passes to Collins. Capella inside. Harris is there, and it's Capella missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Harris kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Capella dishes to Young. Back to Capella. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Knocks it loose. Millsap with the steal. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Reddish the pass to Young. Capella kicks to Reddish. Back to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Back to Murray. Jokic finds Barton. All sorts of time. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
High arcing shot. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 11 points. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Barton.
And you can't try to rough up Barton. You can't get too physical with him. He's very good at using his body against yours to draw fouls.
The Nuggets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Denver also making some changes. Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Jamal Murray. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. And it's slammed in by T.
And that will definitely get some heads turning. I mean, great slam there from Teague, who rarely dunks.
To the right side. Grant against Jones. Grant the pass to Jokic. Goes back up. Dedmon with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Teague's got the ball. And good that time. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
Hey, with all that wide open space in transition, you just cannot slow down Teague. He's got too many options, too much speed, too much handles. He's too elusive in the open court to corral him in that situation.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Now, here's Dedmon. Jokic defending. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Pulls up. Bembry with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first. That one is no good. Porter looking it over. Stripped it away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Teague. Finished off the break. Teague's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And so it's Atlanta. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. You got Jeremy Grant. He's out there at Porter. Plumley out there with Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fernando. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Grant. Outside Porter. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Grant.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half. Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
And it's Jokic missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Bembry the pass to Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Paige Diop, the pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
Pass to Fernando. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Murray, good.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. And when the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And here's Young from the arc. Hands it from downtown.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hand.
And Jokic throws it down.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
The feed to Young. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
Now the pass to Murray. To the inside. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut back down to 8. Those were necessary points for Millsap. The Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Herter passes to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Back to Jokic. And Jones pulls it down. Atlanta leading by 10. And Young kicks to Hunter. Back to Young. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Denver passing it around. Here's Bates Diop. And a miss there on the triple. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
Hit his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Denver. Plumley, he's checked in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Daniels. Here's Herter. Pass to Capella. Back to Herter. Young for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Plumley.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Floats it up for Millsap. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And just about to get underway as the starting fives head. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward swap. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard. Now here's Barton. Murray finds Harris. No good from outside.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. There's the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And yes, it's good.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low. And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Siakam has it in the corner. No good with the triple. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Here's VanVleet following the basket by Paul Millsap. Shots good by Siakam.
That's a nice play call. Working the ball to Siakam where he can do something with it.
Barton right side and stolen by Siakam. Out to the right wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's VanVleet. That one, no good. Good defense by Jokic. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the basket by Lowry.
Unafraid to challenge you inside. Lowry's a scoring threat on all three levels.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Murray kicks to Harris. Jokic passes to Murray. And again, Denver no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. VanVleet passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. To the paint. Here's Boucher. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here is Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Davis missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Craig. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here is Porter. Morris outside. Pass to Porter. Back to Morris. From downtown. No good there. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Davis with it. Guarded now by Morris. Pass to Boucher. Nice D from Porter.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Here is Davis after the Nuggets pick up 2. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nuggets trail. Grant up top. And the dunk by Grant.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Craig passes to Grant. It'll count. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Raptors out in front, up 2. And the second quarter will get underway. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Rondé Hollis Jefferson. There's Boucher out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Davis, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist by Siakam. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto. To the left side wing. Jokic kicks to Morris. That 3 off the mark. Raptors shooting 47%, pretty solid. Lobbed up there for Van Vliet. Porter with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Porter looking it over. Morris passes to Grant. Back to Morris. From the top of the key. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The pass to Siakam. Porter pulls it in. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And stolen by Siakam. Powell with it. Now defended by Jokic. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Grant. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. In Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the dunk by Powell.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special. The vision to locate the open man.
Morris kicks to Craig. Outside Porter. Back to Morris. From deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place
in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Ibaka right side. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Here's Murray. To the wing on the left. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap passes to Barton. Drops in the tray.
When you see the vision from Paul Millsap, that's another area that he provides for his team.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Back to Lowry. Right wing for three. Siakam. Offensive rebound. And Ibaka is right there. And the Raptors lead by 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray dishes to Harris. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Barton in the corner. Outside Millsap. 6 to shoot. Harris no good.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
The Raptors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bates Diop's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Harris.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Lowry's shot is good.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
Murray outside. Daniels kicks to Murray. And it's off from three-point range. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Anunoby now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Murray outside. Here's Bates Diop. Pass to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. From outside, off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Count it. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Back to Jokic over Lowry. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the turn. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was 3 points. And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Siakam. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 11. Here's Barton, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots. Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Harris, no good.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Harris wide open. He shoots offline with his 3.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Ibaka, no luck. Nuggets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Offensive rebound. Ibaka.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Van Vliet. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Siakam's got 9. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Murray finds Jokic. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Jokic.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
That one drops for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Millsap dishes to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic kicks to Millsap. And again, Toronto running the court in transition. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Over Jokic. And that'll be, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris kicks to Grant. He's looking for Plumley and finds him. He gets that one.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Outside Lowry. It's stolen by Morris. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball. Count that one. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Morris dishes to Plumlee. Morris passes to Plumlee. Gasol with the steal. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The drive by Lowry. Makes it off the glass. Lowry's got 11.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Pass to Plumley. And he gets the basket. Officials. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It's rebounded by Gasol. Hollis Jefferson passes to Davis. Misses from short range. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. He can't get it to go. Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So for Toronto right now, we've got Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Powell in at the 2.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Davis kicks to Hollis Jefferson. The Nuggets trail by 17. Porter finds Morris. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer. Morris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Denver. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Fast break, Toronto. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Toronto leading by 14. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Jokic. And Porter, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Plumley. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Here's Porter. The putback, no good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Toronto with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Boucher finds Davis. Back to Boucher. Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way.
Oh, that is just unreal.
Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumley. Martin comes in for Porter. Gary Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis. Murray surveying the D. Millsap trying to get open. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And some changes here for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Norman Powell. Harris against Lowry. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And we've seen this. There are certain nights when Lowry just decides to take over.
For 3, Murray. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Siakam finds Lowry. Millsap against Siakam. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And Ibaka slams it in.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyle Lowry.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Fred VanVleet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
Toronto with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Toronto working the ball around now. And the pass to McCaw. Thomas kicks to McCaw. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. 12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Morris with the ball. Here's Thomas. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. What a gorgeous nighttime view. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And Young kicks to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now the Raptors moving it up. And there's the pass to Ibaka.
And the defender overcommits a little bit. Ibaka too quick for him on that move. Earns a trip to the line.
Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
Young way outside. The offensive rebound, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Siakam. Van Vliet wide open. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Hunter. Down low. Capella, the pass to Herter. Now Young. 6 on the shot clock, and the turnover again by Atlanta. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lowry looking around. Jacks up a 3. Hunter grabs the miss. And here is Capella. And here's Young from the arc. Drills it from outside.
And Trae Young will bury threes in bunches. So effortless.
The drive by Lowry. And the shot goes in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Now here's Lowry. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
It's Young on the wing. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Here's Herter after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Back to Herter. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Now the Raptors moving it up, and here they go. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Young, good. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's stolen by Capella. One-on-one fast break. Here's Collins. Rebound by the Raptors. Now here's Van Vliet. Banked in off the glass. Van Vliet's got his second bucket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And a deep three from Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Lobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
The drive by Lowry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Now, here's Dedmon. To the middle. It's deflected. Back to Teague. Gasol with the steal. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Jones dishes to Teague. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Reddish. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Yep, that one goes.
And while Teague definitely gets bodied a little on the drive, he shows tremendous strength to play through it, rise up, and make that one.
And it's Lowry penetrating.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. We witnessed him delivering a series of 3-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
No, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. There's Boucher out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Terrence Davis. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. A nice shot by Teague.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Raptors trail by 4. Inside, out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
The Hawks making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Back to Hollis-Jefferson. He can't hit that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Jones. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Jones has got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. To the inside, here's Gasol. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage.
And Terrence Davis gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Young for 3, good on the triple. Young's got 12 points in the game.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And you know what? you allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
So for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. From deep three-point range, Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 8. Here's Anunoby, and he goes in for the dunk.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Passes it to Hunter. Lob pass to Capella. No good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting, just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Baca against Collins. Now the pass to Young. No good on that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Powell kicks to Van Vliet. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Powell. Young outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trae Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Young looking it over. Dedmon in the high post. Pass to Huerter. Hawks passing it around. This one for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Feeds it to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Pass to Van Vliet. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Pushing it up. Hunter, the pass to Capella. Dedmon trying to break free. And it's Capella missing. Raptors trail by 3. Fast break Toronto.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
It's Young on the wing. Now recovering. Here's Capella. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Van Vliet. Siakam passes to Ibaka. And stolen by Dedmon. Young with no one around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 14 points and 1 steal.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease. And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and the guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Back to Capella. To the wing right side. Young outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 17 now.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Lowry drives in. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Passes it to Herter. Back to Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Raptors trail by 3. Left side Lowry. Here's Ibaka. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Young from outside. Toronto grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Collins dishes to Capella. Young outside. Shoots the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Bembry misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Anunoby, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Now, here's Reddish. Boucher defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bembry. Boucher with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Powell. Lays it up and banks it in. Powell's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
There's the pass to Teague. Jones with it. Pass to Reddish. To the paint. Here's Fernando.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
And Davis, here we go. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jones. And the Raptors also making a change. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Bembry kicks to Reddish. Out to the right wing. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Fernando, that's good.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Davis, the pass to Boucher, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Bembry. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Here's Lowry trying to get open as Ibaka. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist from Ibaka.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Young from outside. Another three for Atlanta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
And as we 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Young finds Dedmon. Kicks it out to Collins. Clock at 6. Here's Young. From deep. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Hollis Jefferson. The shot, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Young dishes to Dedmon. The Hawks working the ball around. Fires the 3. Young's shot is off. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 1. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play going to the line for 1.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young outside. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And finished off by Siakam.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Pass to Herter. Back to Young. Launches a 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. OG Anunoby's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. The drive by Lowry. Gets a hand on it. And VanVleet is right there. VanVleet's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Collins passes to Herter. Collins against Ibaka. Young from outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Here's Lowry. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Young, no good.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
And stolen by Hunter. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Floats one up. Outside for Lowry. Here's Ibaka, and Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back, and he recovers it.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Collins.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
The drive by Lowry. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Stolen by Collins. 3-on-3. Here's Capella. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Toronto, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Lowry. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Young for 3, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Collins is running. The shot, no good. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Siakam. Come on!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Young. Passes to Herter. Right side, Collins. 6 to shoot. Young from outside. Good! Another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Fast break Toronto on up the court. He drops the first one, and that ties the game up.
And you know, when he came into the league, Gasol's weakness was thought to be defense, but now one of the NBA's premier post defenders.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kyle Lowry.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to The city of Denver is in full mode. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for Denver, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the 1. Jokic throws it down.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
The feed now to Harris. That one, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. It's Young on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Here's Herter. Here's Collins. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Jokic kicks to Harris. Murray against Young. Murray the pass to Barton. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Millsap. Rebound Atlanta.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Capella. Young from outside. Atlanta gets it back. Herter passes to Capella, and he gets the bucket.
Capella has the size and ability to score down in the paint. I like his assertiveness.
Murray kicks to Millsap. On the wing, Harris. Lets it fly. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Hawks on D. 3-point lead. Pass to Murray. Jokic with it. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6 points.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. They trail by 1. Back to Plumley. Over Degnan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And the big fella, Mason Plumley, you know, he could start for some teams in this league, but he's been dynamite off the bench for the Nuggets.
Yeah, you take a look at his game, Greg, and defense and rebounding and finishing, all high level. But the one thing that's underrated, but I appreciate a lot, is his passing game. It's come a long way. He does a lot to help you in a reserve role.
Now, here is Morris. After the miss from Mason Plumley.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
The pass to Reddish. Back to Jones. Plumley with the steal. Here's Craig. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's
a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's Atlanta with it. To the right side. To the inside. Dedmon dishes to Jones. Doesn't go that time. Deflects the pass. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Pass to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Inside, and Jones slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Grant following the bucket by the Hawks. Plumley, no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets lead by 3. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game to the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Jones is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. Down low. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Murray. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. The Hawks trail by 3. It's Collins with the drive. Yes, that goes in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Now, here's Jokic. To the middle, Young with the steal. Collins in the post. He's against Jokic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Porter kicks to Millsap. He dishes it to Murray. Back to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
With long arms and excellent skill and understated strength, Millsap bullies the defender on the finish.
Pass to Reddish. Back to Young. Lets it go with a 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 3. Porter with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Jokic. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt this shot than that one.
To the left wing. Collins passes to Fernando. He feeds it to Young. 2 points. That one goes. Young's got 5.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
Here's Harris, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got the lead back up to 5 now for Denver.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here we go, one-on-one. Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen by Collins. Here's Reddish. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Murray surveying the D. There's Porter with the 3, kept alive, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Jokic with the steal. Collins against Millsap. Atlanta with the rebound. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's good. He has 6.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. Fires from deep. Hunter grabs the miss. Young from outside. Reddish. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it's...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nuggets.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Count that one. Jokic has got 10 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
down low. Here's Herter. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Capella up and in on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Plumley. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And finished off by Collins.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Damian Jones comes in for Collins. Morris against T. Here's Plumley. The second effort. That shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Herter. Barton with some nice D.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Morris against T. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The pass to Craig. Fires the 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. There's the lob to the hoop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Martin with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Atlanta, Hunter's checked in for Kevin Herter. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Young passes to Dedmon. Feeds to Jones. Good, nice job down low. Jones has got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Hawks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Reddish kicks to Young. And he's good on the 3-ball. Young's got 8 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 19-6 run. Reddish with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Jones, the pass to Young. Kicks it to Reddish. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Jones with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys,
and here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks lead by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bembry, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Pass to Jokic. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Young against Murray. Young passes to Capella. Young looking it over. Over to the wing. It's good. And the Hawks lead by 16.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bembry.
And this is why Hunter's been so efficient. He takes good shots and makes them consistent.
Jokic finds Murray. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks leading by 18. Passes it to Capella. The kick out to Young. Back to Capella. Millsap with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break and stolen by Hunter. Here's Collins. Denver grabs the miss. Martin with it, guarded by Hunter. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
The solo alley-oop, that's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly, caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
They get the rebound. Out to Harris. Murray, the pass to Barton. off target with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for John Collins.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Jones finds Graham. To the paint, stolen by Grant. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Throws it up high, and it's slammed in by Plumley.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. Misses the three. And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. Pass to Graham. Plumley against Teague. Graham, the pass to Jones. Back to Graham. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the guard position. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Now here is Harris. Knocks down the 3 ball.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg.
Wow, hammering it in.
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Lowry. And VanVleet, here we go. The pass to Anunoby. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Anunoby, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Jokic with the bucket.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Harris finds Murray. Here's Jokic. The shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. To the inside. Count that one from VanVleet.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Pass to Jokic, and here is Harris. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Raptors on defense. Millsap passes to Barton. Floats it up for Jokic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Good work there as it goes.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lowry against Harris. The shot by Lowry, no good. Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Murray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Harris. And finished off by Gasol.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Porter finds Murray. Back to Porter. Poked loose. They're running. Here's Powell. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap. And no good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Davis. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Millsap kicks to Porter. Back to Millsap. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And they pick up 2.
Well, if you think about Fred VanVleet's handle and his ability to operate at different speeds, you understand how effective he can be on the drive.
Passes to Porter. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and it's Murray penetrating. Second chance shot. The layup good by Porter.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Toronto ahead. They lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Plumley out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Morris in at point guard. Both free throws good from Barton. And so here's Toronto. Now here is Lowry. No points in the game yet for him. And it's sent back by Plumley. And he recovers it. Clock at 6. Another shot. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Plumley. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
It's Barton on the wing. The 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. No good from the wing.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
It's stolen by Harris. Here's Morris. Count it. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris has played, trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part. An extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
Grant gets a wide open look, and again Denver with the triple.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
When Kyle Lowry is aggressive as a playmaker, his team goes to a different level.
Plumley finds Grant. Denver passing it around. Inside, and it's slammed in by Plumley.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Down low. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Powell, the pass to Anunoby. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Grant. Barton kicks to Morris. He doesn't hit that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it, pushing it up. Here's Anunoby, finished off the break. And now just a 5-point Nugget lead.
And how about Anunoby using all that momentum to finish past the defense? Refused to be denied.
Grant down low. Boucher defending. And here's Morris for three. And again, Denver no good. The Raptors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. The shot by Powell, no good. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Powell's got his second basket of the game. The Nuggets leading by 3. Pass to Plumley. Harris outside. Here's Grant. And the 3 ball is good. Grant's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Nuggets.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Boucher finds Anunoby, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, the second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
On the way, Harris from outside the arc. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the dunk by Powell. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
With 1 on the clock, and Jokic throws it down. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Jump. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Red Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Murray, the pass to Craig. Millsap kicks to Craig. 6 to shoot. They get it back. Jokic scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. Here's Lowry.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Porter passes to Craig. And foul on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lowry finds Siakam. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by Toronto.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
And it's Lowry penetrating. They need this. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
And that's an example of the quick burst that Kyle Lowry has at his disposal. He is always on the attack.
And the Raptors with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The pass to Craig. Clock at 6. And here's Millsap from the arc. They get it again. Jokic passes to Porter. Over to the left wing. Outside Millsap. Pass to Jokic. Second shot opportunity. Rejected by Gasol.
Just great timing and great awareness from Marc Gasol. This guy is a relentless shot blocker.
Hollis-Jefferson, good.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And Doris, with Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Powell, he's jacked in for Kyle Lowry. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumley, he's jacked in for Jokic. Martin comes in for Paul Millsap. Gary Harris, he's jacked in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. That one goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Powell. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. On the wing, Harris. Morris outside. Harris kicks to Barton. Passes it to Morris. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Mr. Siakam can elevate well above the rim. Nicely done.
Morris outside. Off target from three-point range. Raptors trail by 5. The shot by Powell, no good. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Gasol against Harris. That's tipped and stolen by Harris. And he lays it straight in. Harris has got 9.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Porter dishes to Morris. Right side Davis. And finished off by Davis.
How about the fast hands of Hollis Jefferson, showing a really good feel on the defensive end.
Pass to Morris. On the wing, Porter. Morris kicks to Harris. Buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Gasol. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Grant down low with Jokic. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Jokic passes to Barton. The feed to Grant. Here's Jokic. The tray. And Davis pulls it down.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Anunoby, and he jams it with authority.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Van Vliet against Murray. Barton from outside, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Shot clock at 2. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Jokic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
For 3, Van Vliet. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Now running, there comes Lowry, pushing the ball up. Finished off the break.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Lowry brings the double. Murray kicks to Harris. Back to Murray. There's the pass to Jokic. Over Ibaka. And that one comes up a bit short. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Down by 12.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Out to the right wing. Here's Harris. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Denver.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Floats it up for Millsap.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, what you know is OG Anunoby has certainly seen a lot of the world. This young man, born in London, moved to Missouri as a young man, goes to Indiana University, and then gets drafted by Toronto. That's country to country, folks.
Now Morris. Porter in the corner. There's the triple. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. They came in here and took care. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.